Hello and welcome to Homestead Imaginations. I am Josh and I am propagating some strawberries into another raised bed. So me and the boys went through and took a bunch of strawberry runners and put them in, took them and put them in these pots. Used like this little, it's like a hook, screws into a wall. Use that to help secure it, so that way, like, because they would kind of come out. So like I use that to kind of pinch secure without damaging the line, so that way it will develop roots and it won't like come out if anything bumps it or moves it. So that's just my way of kind of like securing the plant. But these have been sitting for quite a while. As you can see, we've got roots at the bottom. They've even formed runners from themselves. So I've got 18 main plants and I have some other runners, but they've got, most of them pretty much have roots growing all the way to the bottom, which is awesome, which means, like, you know, they got a good root system. Also means that there's, oh, you can see a little bit of a worm tail in that one hole at the very top there. The camera might not be able to pick it up, but somehow a worm got in there, so that's awesome. Good for that. But yeah, I think pretty much every single one of these has roots. So these are long overdue. These should have been planted. They were ready to plant probably months ago. I can't even remember when we actually did this. Again, in a lot of my videos that I've been trying to put out lately, it's just this summer got away from me, and I've been working on every other project known to man out here, trying to get the chickens situated and give them the best setup, and then get the orchard in, and now I'm getting the fence in. So everything's been a little bit busy. So we got 18 plants, and then we got some runners off that. I'm gonna put it into this raised bed here. I just put the straw on top, which before I did that, this was already dried soil, like completely. There's a little worm right here on the top. Chickens must have missed, because they came through and undug that spot, because right now they can get into this area. But the soil was super hard and not workable, really. I mean, it was devoid of nutrients. It was super dried out because I didn't have it covered. Put this on, it's holding moisture, the soil is rebounding. So we've got, it's hard to tell because I need to get like here in the front we've got stone. And I want to get stone in between each one of these and around the gardens here to design a little bit better, help get rid of the weeds, put down some wheat fabric. But so it's hard to tell, but this is a raised bed, that's a raised bed, and then that's a raised bed. So and that one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 full ones. And we're about to put a fifth one here. This of all these are June bearing variety. And then I did get a ever-bearing strawberry this year. I got one, and I produced 2 runners, 3 runners actually. 1, 2, 3. So it produced 3 runners. So I'll have 4 plants starting next summer, and then it will take off. It will fill this, and my goal is, as of right now, is to then eventually get rid of that bed when it's time, and convert it to an ever-bearing one. And then I got 2 more beds I just got put together, put soil in, which I'll do next year, because this row here I want ever-bearing, and then I'll have 4 June-bearing strawberries, at least for now. And even with 8 fully filled beds, it might be enough to handle, because like this year, like, so we had 4 full beds that were producing. These are all from last year, so they all did really well. We got a ton of strawberries this year, way more than last year. Bigger ones, nicer, juicy ones, but barely made it into the fridge. Like, if they made it into the fridge, it was for like a day or 2. The boys just ate them up. They really love strawberries. So we definitely need a lot more strawberries, because eventually we want to get to a point where we get into some kind of preserving them, so we can have strawberries throughout the year. But we barely even have enough to even get through June. I mean, it's all gone. We don't even have any to last. So I'm just gonna keep adding strawberry beds until the point of where we actually start preserving it for the year, and then eventually, like, I want enough to have for an entire year. So it's probably gonna be a lot of beds, I'm assuming, but the everbearing I think will help with that situation, having them constantly produce berries for us. So, and then we'll go from there. Whatever ones I like the most, I'll just add more of. Whatever tastes better, we'll add more of those kinds. So I'm just going to take these 18, I'm gonna pop them out of their spot, and I'll just pop one out just to show quick. Yeah, I'll use one that doesn't have a runner. Most of those do, just to kind of show what the bottom of this looks like. A little worm right there, sticking its tail out at the end, but like look at that root structure. So way overdone. It doesn't need to take this long, and you definitely don't need to have that many roots to be able to plant. You just need to have some roots going before you can cut the vine, the runner vine to it, and where it'll be self-sustaining. So I'm gonna get these all planted in here, and this will be mulch, and then I'm gonna mulch the rest of these beds hopefully before winter. I said that last year and I never got to it, so hopefully this year I'll actually get to it, and we'll have 5 beds, 5 full beds producing for next year. So we'll have an extra bed compared to next year, which is, I was hoping to actually have more. I was hoping to actually fill these 2 this year with runners, and so that way next year we'd start with full on 8 beds and then eventually just convert this row into the everbearing, but just didn't have time, didn't get to it. So yeah, gonna get these in the ground. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. That helps all push the algorithm so I can grow this channel, and you know, we'll continue this journey and into homesteading and self-sufficiency and being able to grow all our food for an entire year. So long ways to go. It's gonna be a few years before we reach that goal, but we are working towards it. With basically every waking minute I have, it's going towards this basically, so we'll get there. So thank you for watching. Sorry for rambling. As always, I'll catch you next time. Keep the imagination rolling. Bye bye.